Hey everyone, here's another Comic Clerks video. I'm here to talk to you about Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Maveth episode. Now in this episode, it was crazy, it was hectic, it was still awesome. It's kept that momentum that I've been talking about. You know, it's the mid-season, so I guess it had to keep that momentum, keep us coming back for more. This episode, Ward's after that Inhuman, Fitz is after Will, Coulson's after Ward, and S.H.I.E.L.D. is after Coulson, Fitz, Gemma. They're coming to their rescue. Alright, so we start this episode. Ward and Fitz, Coulson are on the other side. We don't see Coulson for a minute, but Ward and Fitz, they're together and they're trying to find the Inhuman. Fitz is trying to find Will. And this is when we see some more of the scenery of this planet. And we see the Hydra symbol as a huge statue, which is awesome. You know, it gets everybody hailing Hydra for a second. Everybody paying their respects to the statue. It's just all the Hydra agents just look at it and are like, you know, like to the American flag or something. They're serious about this stuff. But anyways, we get to where Fitz finally finds Will, and he convinces Ward that he knows the lay of the land. He knows everything about that planet. He's the one that's going to help them find the Inhuman. Ward figures out that this Will is the guy that kept Gemma warm on those cold nights while she was here, and tries to get a rise out of Fitz. Even hands him his gun, you know, to deal with Will. But, you know, Fitz is good, clean, and wholesome. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't shoot somebody for laying with the girl he likes. No. Not Fitz. Not Fitz. Maybe one of you guys, but not Fitz. Not Fitz. So we finally we see Coulson. He's finally waking up after having a dream of Rosalind. And he's on the warpath, you guys. He's on this planet. He's on the warpath. So on the other side of the portal, we see Gemma. She's trying to, you know, get under Gideon's skin, about telling him about his calculations, and she'll, you know, she knows more about the calculations. We at S.H.I.E.L.D., Mac's in charge. She's leading this team to extract Coulson, Fitz, and Gemma, and it's not going well. But you know, Hunter says crazy missions is their thing. You know, that's their thing. Plans, you know, mess up, then they come up with a more worser plan, and usually they get out of there. So we have this whole team ready to pull out, you know, Coulson, Fitz, and Gemma. And Gemma finally escapes. She makes her way out, and while they're pursuing her, she finds the room with all the Inhumans in, and she finds Lash, and thinks it's a very good idea to let him out. Even though she was being pursued by Hydra agents who were closing in on her, her choice was to let crazy Inhuman that likes to kill other Inhumans out. Okay, nice choices. We're making awesome choices today. So back on the other side of the portal, we see Will and Fitz. They're trying to come up with a plan to ditch these Hydra agents, and it works. It works. They ditch these Hydra agents. They're out of there. And Ward is trying to find them. When Coulson shows up, you know, knocks Ward around. He decides that he's going to take Ward and take him, you know, to the portal where Fitz and Will are headed to. And Ward has gone nuts. It's like, we knew he was crazy. We knew he wasn't all there in the head, but he feels like he's had some kind of revelation that he's there on this planet for a reason. I'm not liking the way they're taking this guy right here. You know, I like my, you know, parent, abusive, crazy Ward. I like that Ward. So we get back to the other side, and the whole team, they're pretty much taking out all these Hydra agents. And finally, they get them out of the portal room so they can see who comes back. They barricade themselves in this portal room. And finally, it's getting down to crunch time for these guys to get back. And Matt gives the order, that they all have to get out of there. And if they don't get out of there in time to destroy the Hydra base with all of them in it. Daisy says they can't do that because all the Inhumans are there. They have to get all of them out. May comes in and tells them that all the Inhumans are dead. So this army that Gideon was making, Lash took them all out. Containment units. He just decided he was going to burn through all of them and kill them. No fighting chance for anybody. Nobody had... You just died while you were sleeping. That's, I guess that's not the most worst way to go. Anyways, we get back to the other side and we find out while Fitz is trying to bandage up Will, it's not Will. Will died when he was saving Gemma. Will isn't there. This is the Inhuman. So I'm guessing the Inhuman can possess bodies. And it's not cool at all. But we see Fitz. He throws down. He knocks this guy around. I haven't really seen Fitz. When he tries to fight, he gets clocked real good and, set to the side. But this Fitz, he was on it. He was throwing this guy around. He was just not playing. But this Inhuman got the upper hand and is about to crush his head with a rock. This is when Coulson finally gets up there and starts shooting at him. And Fitz finds a gun and starts shooting at Will also. But this Inhuman won't go down. He won't go down at all. He is making his way to the portal. And finally Fitz pulls out a flare gun and shoots it into the back of Will, Inhuman, whatever you want to call him. It's over for him. And this is when we see something sliding out of Will's mouth. It looks like some kind of snake or some kind of slithery looking thing. It just slid out of his mouth. And we're at Coulson and Ward, and Ward, during this little distraction of Coulson trying to stay Fitz, tries to fight Coulson, and Coulson just, lays him out and crushes Ward's chest with his bionic weird hand. And I'm like, dang, that's just not the way I wanted to see Ward go. It's not the way I wanted to see this happen. But, Coulson's the good guy. He's supposed to arrest him, take him back to the portal. He's not supposed to, take revenge. But, I'm sure they'll touch on that in a later episode, how he just offed him like that, because Fitz saw. So they all get back to the portal. They destroy a Hydra base. Everybody, they're happy that everybody's returned. Gemma's kind of upset that Will didn't come back with him, but I'm sure Will's in a better place now. He saved Gemma. I'm sure I didn't want him to die. I wanted him to come back to see, I guess that kind of takes the competition out, but you kind of wanted to see their dynamic as a triangle for probably a couple episodes, just to see how it would all work out. But I guess that doesn't happen. But the real crazy part of the episode is that the Inhumans survived in Ward's body. Which is, I don't know how I feel about that. Like I keep saying, Ward was one of my favorite characters when he was good. He was one of my favorite characters when he was bad. Seeing something take over his body, will he be the same or will he have a totally different character? You know what I'm saying? It's not Ward, it's the Inhuman inside him. So hopefully next episode we see more of who this Inhuman is. He's been around for centuries, so I'm still wondering who he is. I'm going to ask somebody who he might be and try to figure this out by the time the next episode gets here. But anyways, you guys, tell me what you liked about this episode, what you didn't like about this episode. What are you waiting for in this season? What are you guys waiting to see? Subscribe to the channel, you guys, and I'll see you for... there's another hiatus for this season also. So, I guess I'll see you when these shows start back up. Alright, you guys. Thanks for watching.